exceptional in many moments. I think we should have put the game 2 or 3-0 up. We didn't do that, and then the second half was a different story. Credit to Leeds, the way they came out in the second half, they created this problem. We made so many easy errors and giveaways in really dangerous areas that put us under trouble, and then we never generated any momentum, any control in the game. Very different to the first, but I just love the commitment, the relentlessness and the passion that the team played to somehow find a way to win a game.
It was a really unusual start to the delay with the suspension of the game. How do you feel your players cope with that?
We had to adapt. Obviously, we are not used to that, and it changed a little bit our routines. We tried to do it the best possible way, but I think we started the game really well.
Yeah, they had a few challenges today, and yet again, Arsenal have overcome them. And as I say, they've won 9 of their first 10 games for the first time in their top-flight history. What do you make of what Mikel Arteta has done and continue to doing, Rafa?
I think they are doing well, analysing the games, not just watching the games, no, analysing the games. They're doing a lot of things right. So they press high, they have the possession, they move the ball very quickly. They have light players, very dynamic up front, and as soon as they give the ball away, they press and they regain the ball quickly. They have good players in 1v1 situations. They play wall passes, so a lot of good things, and the defenders are very high. He said that, and I was taking note of that. We made easy errors in dangerous areas. When you are doing well, when you have good players, you can take the risk, and De Bruyne was talking about that before. You can take the risk in the last pass. They can do that because they are so quick when they go to press. They have so much pace in attack, and they are now mentally ready. It's like when Manchester City is doing well, and when Liverpool was doing well, they go and they press quickly, and because you are on top of the other team, you regain very high, and then you create more chances. So that is what they are doing now. A lot of teams, they play from the back, because they are so quick regaining, the other team is wide open, and then they create more chances and they score more goals.
Is he an example of what happens if you give a coach time?
Yeah, I was talking about that before. So it's good to give time to a coach. It's good to give time to the right coach. In England, it's very easy to talk about the... You have to improve your players. You have to coach your players properly. You have to keep an eye on the academy and bring players from the academy. And if you can buy players, buy top-class players, but not top-class players in terms of ability, mentality. Then if the manager is right, if the ideas are right, you have to give him confidence. That is really important to do something. He was under pressure a couple of times, and still they were spending a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but they were supporting him, and he was doing well. And at the end of the day, the value of the team, the players, the club is much better now.
Just one for me, Rafa, on that. How big a decision last year? Obviously, you say he was coming under pressure. People were calling for his head or whatever. Aubameyang was a big decision. He was the captain. He was the leading goal scorer. But as a young manager, he made a big decision to get him out of the club. And now maybe he's getting the rewards.
I will tell you something, because I know a little bit from inside. I think he was trying to support the player as much as he could. And after he couldn't, and that's it. And he has to make a decision.
Are people talking about Arsenal enough? 4 points clear of the reigning champions? 10 games in?
Possibly after today, people will be thinking, hang on, 4 points is a nice little cushion. You know, I cast my mind back to Leicester, and it certainly wouldn't be a surprise like the Leicester season, but I do cast my mind back when everybody, you know, Leicester went 4 points clear, and it's only Leicester, they won't win it and whatever. Arsenal have got a lot more ability than that team, and I do think that if they continue like this for the next sort of 3, 4, 5 games, if they continue winning, then all of a sudden people will be thinking, wow, you know, they are the real deal. They are the biggest thorn in the side of Manchester City, maybe. And after today's game, Manchester City obviously not picking up 3 points, all of a sudden, it strengthens their grip at the top there. It's going to be a strange season, obviously, with the World Cup. Grip at the top there. It's going to be a strange season, obviously, with the World Cup impeding on you know, encroaching on it, let's say, but you know, stranger things have happened, and they're looking good all of a sudden.
Let me 1 second, because what you say, they have a young team with the World Cup now, with the break, they will recover, and they will have fresh legs for the second part of the season. And if they have confidence, that you say, if they win 2 or 3 games, I agree with you. So they will be there, because they will have more belief, and still they have energy to do it.
Southampton is here as well, Shay, only after Saka had given Arsenal a lead with what was the match-winning goal in the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good finish now. We talk about Meslier, the goalkeeper. Does he go down a bit early? But it's a real powerful striking from that distance, Steve. Sometimes the goalkeeper's got very little chance to react. We can see it we see this, I think it's the second half, when there's a penalty given, and obviously Bamford steps up and pulls his penalty wide. So Leeds had the opportunity to get a draw at least out of the game, but you know, it's a poor penalty from Bamford.
And if that wasn't enough, Bamford thought here he had another opportunity. Gabriel was shown the red card. Penalty was awarded. Then the VAR had a look at this and rescinded it to a yellow card at an Arsenal free kick. It's been an eventful day, hasn't it?
It has, yeah, lots of VAR decisions. Referees have you know, and sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes it's just one of those weekends where they get a few decisions to make that might be tricky. I probably think that was fair. It wasn't a real forceful. I did think he tried to sort of flick him with his foot, so it was probably fair. But yeah, referees in the headlines this weekend. Some right, some wrong decisions, but overall it's been very entertaining.
OK, let's see what the